This is Dolynny TV. Ladies and gentlemen, the Oilers have just completed a 3-2 victory over top of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Normally we'd be pretty dang jammed up about it, and we will get there in moments time. However, tonight I think you got to start quite simply the post game with just sending our thoughts and prayers up to Evander Kane, who this evening finds himself in the hospital in Tampa Bay, dealing with a wrist injury that, by all accounts, I have not been able to see a highlight yet of it, but by all accounts looks absolutely scary. So just want to set the tone there before anywhere we get in the video goes and we distract from what really matters tonight, the health of one of our players who finds himself in the hospital awaiting surgery on his wrist. I just wanted to pass that along and, of course, start there. Folks, it's a 3-2 victory for the Oilers tonight. Jack Campbell's best game of the season for the Oilers, and the Oilers, to their credit too, one of their best games of the season. A gut check kind of victory, I think Louis and Jack would summarize it up as, and that's exactly what it was tonight for the Oilers. Down to 10 forwards most of the night. Pointed out on the broadcast too, missing Darnell Nurse at the end of the game. And so you're down to 10 forwards, 6D, and a goaltender in Jack Campbell that so far you haven't been able to play in front of. Now you're down two men technically, and you're down to a single goal lead in that third period. But the Oilers get it done, snap the 3-game streak, and folks, just so as you're aware, I did not get to mention this in the broadcast last night of the first period, but 10 points every 8 games over an 80-point season, or 80-game season, is actually 100 points. That's playoffs for the Oilers. If they win 5 in a row, then lose 3 in a row. So that's where I'm really glad they won tonight, so as everybody who is panicking can quit panicking, because there was no need to panic there as the Oilers gut check it, get it done, and good teams put stops to streaks that aren't so good, and that's exactly what the Oilers have done tonight. Thanks in large part to the goaltending of Jack Campbell, and thanks in large part to a much improved penalty killing effort. Of course, folks, if you're new to the channel, what I want you to do here in the next little bit as we get into the nitty gritty of this game is take the next few minutes, consider hitting the subscribe button here on Dolynny TV. I'd love to have you along for this crazy thing we call the hockey season, and hopefully we can sit here and talk a lot about this game. Now, before we get into it, my friends, what I need to preface this entire post game with is if I look a little haggard, I look tired, I don't look like I'm at my best right now. I just worked a 12-hour day out on the roads, going out to Cochrane, going to East Calgary, going up to Crossfield, and coming on home out in the boonies. But it was a long day. It's minus 20 with the wind chill in Calgary. I wear my blue jeans to work. No, not the good kind. And a light jacket. So I was out there freezing my butt off on the truck today. Today was also mentioned a hard day at work for all of us. So it's just one of those things. Things caught up with us real fast today, and I'm still frozen to the bone. And really, all I'm looking forward to at the end of the night is a cold shower or a hot shower, pardon me, to cure this cold. But first, we got to talk about the Oilers, so let's do it. That said, I distracted myself telling you about my day. Do that often. But basically, what I'm trying to tell you is I listen to a lot of this hockey game on the radio, and this is one of those rare nights where I get to enjoy Cam Moon and Jack Michaels on a broadcast. And let me tell you, I got to make another point here, like I stopped you with the Evander Kane thought, is just simply put how much we need to value having Cam Moon on the radio broadcast. You go from Rod Phillips to Jack Michaels part-time with Cam Moon, and then you go to Cam Moon pretty much full-time this year from how I understand it, and Cam Moon has been nothing but excellent since he stepped aboard with us, and you know what, pretty lucky to have a voice like that step in and get the job going for the Edmonton Oilers, as the Seattle Kraken just scored on UC Saros from a point shot way out. But yeah, you know, like tonight's one of those nights where very glad the Oilers win. It comes at a big cost in Evander Kane ending up in the hospital and probably not flying home with the team unless they're going out to Carolina tomorrow, but tough get there, and now it's a matter of what happens here for the Oilers in the next coming days with roster moves and such. But I can distract with that with a video tomorrow, and we can talk about the roster moves once the Oilers make them. I can talk all about wanting the hammer James Hamlin up here, wanting Bugsy back, and of course maybe seeing Xavier Bourgault or somebody else on the farm coming on up in exchange for Dylan Holloway. It would be interesting. But yes, so an update on Sportsnet. Kane is in stable condition in the hospital and will undergo wrist surgery this evening or late tomorrow morning. All right, where do we got it? Where do we got this final between the Oilers and Tampa Bay Lightning? Again, sorry, I am shot at best. Today was not a good day at all, and here we find ourselves just trying to keep it together to get this Oilers post game done here for you on Dolynny TV. I told you to subscribe. Almost maybe shouldn't have told you that because this is not the video I want to show you, but it is what it is. So if you caught the end of the game for the Oilers, you would have seen out there Warren Foegele shot at the empty net. Well, I mean, sorry, Warren Fogel's done nothing all year in the goal department. Why is he shooting at an empty net up 3-2 in his own zone? Well, Warren Foegele had himself a game alongside Puljujärvi, and the guys that needed to step up tonight, like Jack Campbell, Warren Foegele, Puljujärvi, just to name a few, and I think even Yamamoto had quite a few buzzes on the old radio broadcast tonight. Just simply put, it was fantastic effort from everybody to gut check this one, but I think the guys who needed to step up following a 3-game losing streak and a bad start to the year for a lot of the depth guys on the Oilers did that. Warren Foegele scored the shorthanded goal. Who else but Ryan McLeod, shorthanded, getting the assist. He's been an absolute terror for defenses on the power play this year, and that's fantastic. Brandon Hagel ties it up just moments later, about 2 minutes later from Kucherov and Point. We'd go into the second period tied, where it didn't take very long for what sounds like a bank off the ankle of Connor McDavid to make it 2-1. Nugent Hopkins, Tyson Barrie get the assist. Nuge up to 9 assists on the year now. Like, he's got 15 points. I think he's still point per game or better in the NHL so far this year. Connor McDavid's league leading 14th goal of the season, so keep that in mind. Connor McDavid's still chasing that 1 goal a game pace, which is unreal that any Oiler is doing that in the modern day, not named in Wayne Gretzky, and we're looking at it right now. Connor McDavid, we thought he was good, but did we think he could be this good? Some said he could be, but at what point does this stop sustaining itself? And I don't know if it does. Connor McDavid, screw 60. He could have 70, quite honestly, and I might have just cursed it, but you're looking at a guy who is fully capable of doing such a thing. And on the power play, right, the Oilers' power play has been phenomenal this year. Why not? Just keep feeding them, keep letting them go, let them rip. Hey, it's a goal is a goal no matter who scores it. And if the Oilers' power play is going to effectively operate above 30%, I don't care what happens. Connor McDavid can score a ton of goals this season. Then Leon Draisaitl will follow it up 2 minutes later from Connor McDavid and Zach Hyman. This might be the ankle biter power goal. I'm really not sure. Again, radio broadcast, you're driving with no lanes on the road. It's all white, no headlights on the truck because we're in the work truck tonight. Oh my goodness, boys. It was a mess, let me tell you. Like, you know what? I'm just glad I was able to catch as much as I could, and that Cam Moon does as good of a job as he did, that I have any basic understanding of what happened in that first and second period. Leon Draisaitl on the power play, his 9th of the season from Connor McDavid and Zach Hyman. McDavid now up to 29 points on the season already, and we're not even past game 20 yet. That's insane. Though, what you did miss is that Zach Hyman almost had a goal, but it's ruled back that he had kicked it in. Unfortunately, I really didn't catch that one. Not when I had to walk down to the end of the block where there's an intersection and there was an old couple there stopped in just the middle of the intersection with their four-ways on while they were munching on bags of chips. I guess they've got a flight out to somewhere tonight that they were rearranging, so hopefully they get there safe and all's good. Checked in on them. They were happy to have somebody check in on them and doing the good neighborly thing that you do when you're out in the boonies, that's for sure. Alex Killorn, though, my friends, ends up making it a really interesting game less than a minute into the third. And when I say it was gut check time for the Oilers, the Oilers came to play after it was 3-2, right? They held the Tampa Bay Lightning there and got the job done, win 3-2. Jack Campbell, stellar in that third period. Honestly, the best period I've seen Jack Campbell play all year, maybe outside of that third period against the Vancouver Canucks on opening night. But Jack Campbell, that ought to help the old save percentage. A 946 save percentage situation, 2 goals against and 35 saves. That's going to add up. Connor McDavid, your first start of the game, and Braden Point, your second start of the game as the Oilers finish it up. Jack Campbell improves to 6-3-0. And folks, I've spent 10 minutes on a post game. Sorry, that's too much Tyson Dolynny for you on an evening. Yeah. When it's minus 20 out, yeah, you don't need me anymore. Folks, I'm going to go take a warm shower. You go enjoy the rest of your evening. It's only 8:30. I know you can get up to some shenanigans on a Tuesday night. Maybe you stayed home to watch the hockey game. Now you can go for wing night at the bar. Hey, if you were me, that's what you do. But I've already eaten dinner, so we won't do that. Folks, have a great night. Thanks so much. Oilers win. Hopefully Evander Kane gets out nice and safe out of the hospital here soon, and we see what the roster moves are tomorrow. We'll talk tomorrow. I am up on gone.